I grew up believing that when something broke, you fixed it, especially when it came to love, to marriage, to the sacred promise of forever. That's what I was taught. You stayed, you tried, you fought for the life you were building. I never claimed to be perfect, but I gave everything I had to her. 13 years with Melina. 13 years of shared mornings, held hands, quiet evenings, arguments followed by laughter, dreams whispered in the dark. I truly believed we were weaving something enduring, that we'd weather every storm side by side, grow old together, slow and steady. But it all crumbled on a Tuesday, a completely ordinary Tuesday that started like any other. The signs had crept in slowly, like frost at the edge of a window. Her routine began to shift, subtle at first. She started working late, more often. Her phone, once left in plain sight, now always face down, always on silent. She'd smile at her screen and quickly tuck it away, laughing at messages she never shared. Her goodnight kisses became brief, almost absent, missing the warmth they once carried. But I didn't jump to conclusions. I told myself she was probably overwhelmed, work pressure, mental fatigue. I asked gently, lovingly, if something was wrong. She smiled that same tired smile and said, "Just tired, babe." I wanted to believe her, so I did. Then came the night she claimed a migraine and went to bed early. I stayed in the living room, half watching a game on TV, later needing to send a work email. I walked quietly into the study. Her laptop was open on the desk. Just as I sat down, a message notification popped up in the corner of the screen. Just a preview, a single line from someone named Eli. "Last night was amazing. I can still smell you on my sheets." My body froze. I didn't move, didn't even blink at first. The air thickened. My heart didn't just race, it thudded, loud and slow, like a warning bell. I stared at that message for what felt like hours, hands trembling, jaw clenched. Eventually, I opened the chat, and there it was, everything. Months of messages, late-night exchanges, pictures, videos, names of hotels, inside jokes, confessions, moans spelled out in texts. A whole life she'd been living outside of ours. An entire world she built with him that I never even knew existed. I closed the laptop slowly. My hands were ice. I didn't storm into the bedroom. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just sat on the couch in silence, staring into the dark, my eyes dry but burning. I sat there the entire night, unmoving, the glow of betrayal seared into my chest. And the next morning, I made her breakfast. Just like always, eggs, toast, black coffee the way she liked it. She kissed my cheek, smiled, told me to have a good day. I smiled back. But something in me had died. I carried that invisible death with me to work, moving through the hours like a ghost. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those messages, her words, her hands, her body, given to someone else. But I said nothing, not for 3 days. I can't fully explain why. Maybe I was hoping it wasn't real. Maybe I needed to catch my breath before the tidal wave came. Or maybe, deep down, I just needed time to accept that the life I thought I had was already gone. I needed to be ready to say goodbye. Saturday came. She left the house to run errands, humming like nothing was wrong. I waited for the door to close. Then another 15 minutes. I walked to our bedroom, pulled out the largest suitcase we owned from the back of the closet, and began folding my clothes, shirts, jeans, socks, passport, laptop, my razor. Every motion felt surgical, detached. At last, I slipped off my wedding ring. My fingers felt colder the second it left my skin. I placed it gently on her pillow, like a note she'd find later, one she could never unread. That's when I heard the door creak. She was back, early. I didn't stop folding. Her voice tore through the hallway. "What the hell are you doing?" she demanded, her tone pitched with something close to panic. That was new. Her voice trembled. She sounded scared. I zipped the suitcase calmly. She burst into the room. "Answer me. Why are you packing? What is this?" I turned to her slowly, my face unreadable. My voice quiet. "I know." She froze. All the color drained from her face. Her mouth opened, then closed again. Words escaped her, just a soft, strangled sound. She glanced around the room, everywhere but at me, eyes flickering in desperate search of an escape hatch. "Wait," she stammered. Just listen, okay? It didn't mean anything. I was confused. You've been so distant. Don't, I said, raising a hand, firm but calm. Don't make it worse. Her eyes welled with tears. You can't just leave. You're my husband. I looked at her, and for a moment, I saw the woman I married. But it was a memory now, faint and untouchable. You should have remembered that, I said, before you let someone else into your bed. She broke. Her whole body trembled as she reached for me. Please, we can fix this. I'll end it. I'll do anything. We can go to therapy. We can start over. But it was too late. I didn't feel rage or heartbreak anymore. I felt distance, as if the person standing in front of me was no longer someone I recognized. The woman sobbing before me wasn't the one I'd shared 13 years with. That version of her had died in a hotel bed with another man. Whatever tether had connected us had been cut. I lifted my suitcase and headed for the door. Don't you dare walk out on me like I'm nothing, she screamed behind me. I stopped, my hand on the doorknob, my heart still steady. Then I turned my head slightly. You already made me nothing, I said, and I walked out. I didn't drive to a friend's place. I didn't book a hotel. I just drove. For hours, no destination, no map, just the road, the fading sun behind me, and the quiet hum of wheels beneath my grief. I drove until the pain stopped screaming, until the silence started making sense, until the numbness settled like dust. I didn't know exactly where I was headed, but I knew one thing with absolute certainty. I was done, and for the first time in a long time, I was finally free.